Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited for today's video. Also I know that this is black, but you know, I have a great chair, so I feel like it's fine. Also, please excuse this craziness going on. I literally just got out of the shower, so if I let my hair down, it'll never dry. So this is just the look that we're starting out with. So I've been insanely excited about this look specifically that I'm doing. As you know, it is spooky season and you know, I'm rolling with all these Halloween costumes. So I have always wanted to do a Morticia Addams look. I always see everyone do them every year with like the long black hair and, you know, all of the gorgeousness, but like with my bright red hair, I've never really been able to do it because I don't buy wigs. Like I have one wig and if you remember it, it's literally so synthetic and it's black and blue and like I love it, but it's clearly not like quality. So because I don't really want to like, you know, change my hair color or go out of my way to buy like some super expensive wig or anything, so instead I figured I would get a little creative with it, and instead of doing like the true to character Morticia Addams, I am going to try a color swap Morticia. So basically her whole vibe, you know, black everything, black hair, you know, pale skin with the black eyeshadow, you know, everything is black, obviously, except for her red lip, okay? Black and red, okay? So red hair, red nails, I've kept these on specifically for this look and they're driving me insane. So red. So in my mind, I'm gonna do everything that's on her that is black, I'm going to do red and then have a black lip. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I don't know what it's gonna look like at the end of this, but I'm very excited about the idea. So we're gonna go through this together and we're gonna see how it goes. I just want to start this video off by saying that this is not the first time I filmed this video. Not because I messed up or anything, but because I'm dumb, okay? Just want to throw that out there. So I didn't film this video all the way through, but I already have my brows done, quite obviously. I thought that I could combine a tanning project that I'm working on with my Morticia look. And it didn't work. It didn't go according to plan, because the more that I started working on it, the less that it felt like it was going to be Morticia. So, you know, I just finished that out. I did my tanning project and now we're just gonna dive right back into Morticia. So, yeah. You have no idea how much work that I just put into this, only for me to wipe off all of my face basically, except for my brows. I might insert my other clip of me doing my brows just so that you know how I did them. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do that and then we'll get back to whatever this is. So I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Wow Brow right here. It's very similar to the Glossier Boy Brow, just, you know, a fraction of the price. And I'm only going to apply this to like the front part of my brow, kind of the part that you would want to like fade into the rest. What? And I'm just going to like brush them upward and over to the side, and sometimes like in this little bottom area where there's like a gap, I'll take like the tip of it and just kind of like run it over that area so that more of the product kind of latches onto the skin. But then after you put that on the skin, you do want to take the spoolie and just kind of run back over it just to blend it together. And it's okay if you get it on the skin like kind of outside of where you want it to be. This stuff is like super easy to clean up afterwards. And then I will go in with my TIGI brown just eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use my little Anastasia brow brush here. I know it's Anastasia, but again, everything is rubbed off. I feel like brushes need to be like written on in a different way. It needs to like engrave the number, because this always happens. This happens with every single one of my brushes. It always rubs off over time and you don't know what it is. But it's just like their little angled brush with a little spoolie on the end. So I'm just gonna take the angled brush and just lightly start to kind of like fill in like the arch into my tail with that brown eyeshadow. Super light-handed with it too. You can build it up and make it more like chiseled and dramatic, but I don't know, Miss Morticia does not have like super crazy carved out brows by any means. And then I go in with my NYX Brow Gel right here. And this is really kind of like where I set my brows. So I've been liking them kind of like up and over a little bit. Nothing too outrageous, but just kind of a little bit fluffier. Right, and at this point is where I kind of like somewhat clean up around the edges. I'm not doing anything crazy, but I am taking my Morphe, what is any brush anymore? I'm taking this brush from Morphe. I will try to figure out what all of these types of brushes are and have them listed for you down below, because I have them listed on previous videos, but at this point all of the names have rubbed off. So it looks like this. I squeeze it together really tightly. And I'm just gonna I'm not even putting anything on it. I'm just lightly going around the edges and kind of just like wiping away anything that shouldn't be there. I feel like this kind of, I don't know, it like cleans up the edges without giving them that harsh, dramatic, like chiseled out look. Okay, so I guess it's kind of an okay thing that I messed everything up basically, because I was kind of regretting how when I did it the first time I didn't start off with my eyes because of the bright red eyeshadow that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to start out with my eyes first and then do my skin. So I am going to prime my eyes, and I'm going to use the Anastasia eye primer, of course, and I'm just using my little SpongeBob little Patrick little sponge here. He's kind of, his pants are falling off though, so now I'm gonna go in with my BPerfect Carnival 3 palette. So I'm probably going to use, I might use a combination, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna start off with Blaze, which is this bright red guy right here, right in the middle. She definitely has like a half cut crease going on. The inner corner of her eye is very like open, and it's also like drawn inward pretty far. So, and I'm going to take my Morphe M506 brush right here to just kind of start to form that little half cut crease, and then I'm also going to obviously start to blend it on the outer halves of my lids here. And she has this color like basically meeting the inner portion of her brows. So I'm just gonna start off light and then just kind of like build up. I don't want to go too crazy right off the bat. But yeah, I'm very excited to be doing this costume. Very, very excited. I got this dress that isn't like, it's not exactly Morticia's dress. Morticia's dress is just like absolute perfection. But it's pretty darn close, and I got it on Amazon and I love it. And I definitely will be wearing it again in the future, just for like random events. Oh, so pigmented. I love this palette so much. It's beautiful. All right, and so she does have more of like a cat eye effect to her eyeshadow out here, so I am bringing it kind of out into like a pointed shape. And I'm not going super close to my brow on the outer portion because hers is definitely more like that. Hers, like you can see the brow bone exposed, and it's just in here that it goes up pretty high. So I still haven't figured out what I'm actually going to be for Halloween this year. I have a list of ideas that I want to film for YouTube and dress up and do all this and that, but I don't know what I actually want to be on Halloween. And I don't know what I'm doing for Halloween. Man, I've had a 3-day weekend this weekend. It's Monday right now, but that's technically a part of my weekend at the salon. But it's been amazing. I don't normally take 3-day weekends because I only work a few days a week, so I might as well just work all of them. But occasionally, 3 days in a row, not in public, is the best thing in the world. And like I said, I'm just coating the outer half of my eyelid. Also, I have always loved the Addams family, by the way. The Addams family, the Munsters, all of that has always been amazing. Honestly, when I was a little kid, we would watch the Munsters, and in my head, for some reason, I did not know the difference between the two. So like the Munsters song would come on and all I would want to do is this. And it didn't make any sense because it's not the right song. All right, I'm gonna take this little Glam and Beauty brush right here. It's just from Walmart. My dad got them for me for Christmas one year. And it's just like this little stubby guy right here. And I'm not even putting anything on this. I know it has red tips, but it doesn't, promise. And I'm just going to lightly rub it just along the edges. I'm not going around in circles or anything. I'm just literally following the shape of the eyeshadow. I don't want to blend it up and go crazy. I just want like the line to kind of be blended out. And on the inner corner, I am kind of blending up a little bit just because, like I said, on the inner portion here, her eyeshadow literally like touches the inner portion of her eyebrow. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just carve out that inner portion here, the like the half cut crease here. I'm probably actually gonna go in first with just like a little bit of a makeup remover wipe here. I just use the simple makeup wipes just to kind of like start to work on that shape, because I feel like it's going to be kind of hard to go just immediately over the red that's already there. Sorry, I'm trying to do things and think at the same time and talk, and it's just not working. It's not working today. I'm just keeping my eyes open just so that I can kind of make like a little mark of where this cut crease is gonna be, because I do have hooded eyes, so. And then just clearing off the inner portion here. After I kind of make that line of where I want it to be, I'm just clearing anything below it. All right, so now I'm just gonna go back in and trace over where I just erased using the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. Super duper pale. The shade is L1 Neutral, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So the reason I'm using concealer to do this instead of like my eyeshadow primer is because this is the concealer that I'm gonna use on my face. And I want it to blend in with my skin because her like inner half of her lid where it's lighter blends in with the rest of her skin. And I always, like with whatever product is kind of still on this brush, I squeeze it together so that it makes it super flat. It helps a lot with doing the cut crease. And then just as I'm going along, I'm bringing that down onto the lid here. All right, and then I'm working one eye at a time because I don't want this to crease and look crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this using the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, and I'm gonna use the shade Light Pink. It's not pink. It comes out very almost translucent, but this is what I'm probably gonna use to set like the rest of my makeup, my face makeup. So that's what I'm gonna use to set this. But I'm gonna rub these little like creases out first. So I'm just gonna pick up some on the brush before I even go in to tap out these lines. I wanna raise my eyebrows really high to make sure that like when I'm patting this, those creases do not come back. Cause I'm probably not gonna put any eyeshadow over this spot because I literally like what I said, I just want this to blend in with like my face makeup whenever I do it. So I'm literally just gonna use this light concealer and then set it. That is a really light concealer. So if you are insanely pale, like almost white pale, that is like the perfect one for you. And like I said, I'm just working one eye at a time. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera just to save battery. Okay, so I went ahead and did this side. So now she has black liner that kind of goes into somewhat of a cat eye, but it's not like a super dramatic cat eye. And I'm gonna use the Mally RuPaul eyeliner here. There's like a red shade. It is called Mighty Love. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and line my whole lid and make it a little bit thicker on the outer portion here, and then just do kind of like a slight little cat eye wing sort of situation here. And on that outer corner where it kind of turns into a cat eye, I'm probably just going to kind of like apply the liner, but then use this little like flat top brush here from Morphe. I think it's the Morphe MB47 to kind of like wing it out a little bit. My battery is dying. I'm gonna go do this. Okay, be back. Okay, so my battery is not done charging, but I did go ahead and do the little like mini cat eye here. She also has it like brought just slightly under her eye. She doesn't go down. It's like nothing too heavy on the lower lash line. So I didn't want to bring it down too far, but all I did is I took that eyeliner and I just literally brought it halfway across here, and then ran the bright red that we did on top, the eyeshadow, right along the lower lash line here. Nothing too crazy. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let my battery charge a little bit more, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my my KVD Lock-It Foundation in the shade Light 42 Neutral, very light. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then I might, just depending on where my battery is at, do some of the concealer. So after that, I'm just gonna set it again with the e.l.f. Halo Glow, the light pink, and I will be back. So sorry. See why this couldn't be a part of the tanning campaign here? Also, I don't know if they've reformulated the Lock-It Foundation since Kat Von D's brand turned into just KVD. This bottle is horrendous. I hate it. I hate it with everything in my soul, okay? It is so heavy, and just I used the tiniest bit on a big portion of my face, and it was just like, I don't like it. But it's the only thing that was this pale, so I don't like it. So we're gonna move on. Also, like, obviously I brought all that down onto my chest because it's like a V-neck dress here. So like I said, I did that. I did a little bit of the concealer just under my eyes and then set everything with the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. So now I'm gonna go ahead and contour. So she does not have a whole lot going on her forehead. It's literally just this, but she does have some pretty darn chiseled cheekbones. So that's kind of what I'm going to go ahead and do. And I'm also going to use the KVD Shade and Light palette. I'm just going to use like this little angled contour brush from Japonesque. I'm not positive of the number, but this is what I'm going to use just to contour real quick. And I'm just using the lightest contour shade in that palette. It kind of has like that gray undertone to it. And she kind of has like this going on here. We're gonna try it and see what happens. Ooh. Okay. I hope that looks good to you guys because it looks darn good to me. And just blending upward slightly with that. Ooh, that looks creepy. And I am going to probably bake underneath of that just to kind of like make it look, I don't know, a little bit more like chiseled. I know it looks super chiseled, but I don't know, her face is like could cut glass. So I'm also going to contour my nose, and hers literally just goes down like from where her eyeshadow is all the way down the sides of her nose and then stops. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna use my little Sephora Pro Cream Shadow Brush, and I wanna say this is number 28. It's the one that I have memorized. And then just using that same shade, I'm just going to go down the sides of my nose here. And I'm just gonna use this little like BH Cosmetics brush. I don't know the number, but just this little guy, just to kind of like lightly blend out the line of just my nose contour here. All right, so now I'm gonna take some more of my e.l.f. Halo Glow light pink powder here, and I'm just going to use my Morphe E48 brush, just kind of pick up a heavy amount of that and just tap it under this contour. I just kind of want to like bake under there to make sure that this area is really light compared to that contour. All right, and then I'm also just going to dab some of that on the sides of my nose here. Nothing too crazy with the sides of the nose. I just want to brighten that area back up again. And then just down the bridge of my nose. And I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit. Okay, so she has like the most faint amount of blush on her face. Okay, like barely even anything. Honestly, I thought she wasn't even wearing blush. So literally bare minimum light-handed. I'm gonna use the MAC Pinch Me blush right here. Barely even patting it on there. I don't want to look too alive. And now I'm just going to dust off any of that loose powder that is kind of sitting. So I'm going to do just some black mascara and just my regular lashes. Yeah, her lashes are nothing too crazy. So I've been doing half lashes lately just because I like the kind of like outer corner situation. Plus with this cat eye effect, I think that it could be really cool. So I'm using, like, I'll take some Salon Perfect light and fluffy wispy lashes in 694 right here, and I just cut like the end portion off. So I just use that kind of on like, no, my mistake. I cut them in half, but I use the inner half of the lash on the outer half of my lid, if that makes sense. I feel like that way the lengths kind of like gradually get longer instead of like super abrupt length change, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I've been doing this for too many hours. Okay, so mascara, lashes, all that good stuff is taken care of. I also went ahead and lined my waterline using that same Mally RuPaul eyeliner here, just because her waterline is lined with black, so we used red. So now pretty much the only thing left to do is the lip, which I'm really nervous about. So we're gonna do a black lip. And then after that, I will go ahead and do my hair and, you know, kind of put my outfit on and show you guys everything. I'm going to start out by lining my lip though with the NYX Jet Black eyeliner. I do not have any black lip products, so this is what I'm working with. Also, I put chapstick on before doing this, just so you know. Okay, that was so stressful. Now I'm just gonna fill them in with the same NYX liner here. Okay, and then because I can't really get that like super, like I can see the color of my lips through that almost, I am gonna go back over that with a little bit of the L'Oreal Blackest Black Infallible Gel Liner here. And I'm just gonna use this little like angled brush here. This is usually what I would use to use this, and I just don't wanna like dirty up some other random brush. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's much, much better and deeper. Oh, I like that. And then I'm just gonna take a little e.l.f. concealer brush and just lightly run it along the edges of my lips just to kind of like clear up any of those like jotty lines. Okay, so now I'm just going to set everything using the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and straighten the heck out of my hair and then put on the dress. I might potentially alter some of the contour if certain things need to be deepened for like photos, but I will be back with like the finished product. Okay. See, I knew it would all come together. I knew it would all come together in the end. It was a bit chaotic at first, I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit chaotic, but like I said, the pieces fell into place, and here we are. Color swapped Morticia Addams, cheekbones chiseled, dark lips. I love this. Maybe this is what I'll be for Halloween. I also said that about my last look, so I don't know, we'll see. Alright guys, well thank you so much for sticking through all of my chaos with me. So along this whole way, I've been also creating a TikTok. For each one of these Halloween looks, I have been creating a TikTok. So if you want to see a little snippet, little TikTok, little cutesy, blah blah blah, whatever, head over there. There's my screen name right here. Go follow me, go freaking follow me, because I love making TikToks. I love YouTube, don't get me wrong, but TikTok is so much fun. So go follow me. What are you doing? And then of course head over to my Instagram, handle is right here, to see the final pictures of this look. Also this is the top of the dress right here, so you'll want to see the rest of it. So alright guys, well thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below, and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because why aren't you? Just do it. It's one click, just do it. Have a great day, a great night, whatever time of day it is when you are watching this. And I will see you in the next Halloween spooky video. Bye.